I'm TC Lee from HPE Aruba. Thank you for joining me in this session. I'm here to share with you how the right technology strategy can help you save costs and contribute to your hotel's sustainability goals. Hence, the topic sustainable IT. I got a quote from the internet. It did not have an author's name, it just says like mine. But it's a very meaningful quote. Sustainable development is the masterful balance of meeting our own needs without jeopardizing future generations' ability to do the same. We have our needs today, which are different from those of yesteryears. We certainly do not wish to return to Soviet days, but we do need to better manage how we use the Earth's resources. We all understand Maslow's hierarchy of human needs, the most basic of which is water, food, and shelter. However, today, technology, mobile devices, and internet has revolutionized how we live our lives, and Wi-Fi has become even more important than food and water. And Wi-Fi is equivalent to internet because it is now the primary means we get to the internet. This is meant to be a joke, but a joke that has some truth to it. There is almost an insatiable and increasing demand for faster internet. But underlying this demand is the power requirements behind it, not just to power our mobile devices, but power to drive the networks that bring Wi-Fi to every guest, visitors, and staff. The size of the network, the number of access points required to provide good, strong signal for our devices to connect, the number of power over Ethernet switches required to operate those access points, the server room required to hold and cool the switches and servers for the applications that the hotel is using to run its operations. These rooms not only require a good electricity delivery platform, but also air conditioning and dehumidifying. Which is why the ability to harness renewable energy sources is so important for us and our future generations. Hotel operations will continue to face sustainability challenges if energy consumption keeps increasing. The good news is there are technologies that exist that are energy efficient and technology strategies that you can adopt towards sustainable operations. So making the right choice of technology and tech strategy can help contribute to your sustainability goals. There are several drivers to the increased energy requirements of today. The first is increasing network-based systems that require connectivity. We have already seen the trend with voice and TV. We used to have analog phones and we moved to IP phones. We also had TV with coaxial connections and we moved to IPTVs. And now internet smart TVs. Now many guest room management systems require their own network. ELV systems are IP-based and building management systems too. Every one of these networks require network switches that takes power to run and space that require cooling. New Wi-Fi standards created by Wi-Fi Alliance demands more power too. as they add spectrum capacity and require more radios on Wi-Fi access points. We have moved from access points that require 15 watts to those currently requiring 30 watts and new models coming that require over 30 watts. In the old days, we could put up a few APs along the hallway to provide Wi-Fi to all guest rooms. But as the spectrum use changes to higher frequencies from 2.4 gigahertz to 5 gigahertz and now 6 gigahertz, Wi-Fi signal can no longer penetrate walls, and we require every room to have its own access point. The obvious outcome of this is that the hotel's power consumption increases, and this will increase operating costs for hotels. Interestingly, technology is becoming a silent contributor to the environmental crisis we face. According to our HPE IT efficiency and sustainability technologist, Matteo Dugan, the IT industry is responsible for 4% of greenhouse gas emissions, almost 1.5 times more than the aviation industry. Now, I am proud to be part of HPE, who has a commitment to a low carbon economy and are leaders in corporate climate action. As a company, we have carbon emissions targets across our value chain in alignment with the Paris Climate Agreement. We design and produce energy-efficient products, create features that help reduce carbon footprints, offer asset upcycling services, and new consumption models. So how can HPE Aruba help our customers? Firstly, we design and build energy-efficient hardware. In a recent study done in UK at a luxury hotel, we were able to help the hotel save a significant sum of money on the power cost on their infrastructure over our competition. When we calculated the power consumption of the competition and our equivalent products, which included switches, servers, and access points, we found that the hotel was able to save on power cost amounting to 28% of the total cost of ownership over a 5-year period. We also calculated that the hotel would have a CO2 emission reduction of 38,000 tons per year. This is equivalent to the carbon emission of driving 264,000 kilometers in a car. Secondly, we introduce features in our products to manage power consumption better. HPE's Aruba's access points today supports intelligent power monitoring. This enables the access points to operate under lower power source. This allows the hotels to adopt newer Wi-Fi technology without a full rip and replace of their old switching network, which is required to power the access points. We also have a feature in our wireless access point called Green AP. This enables the access points to go to sleep when no users are connected to it. This is particularly useful in hotels' meetings spaces, functions spaces, and ballrooms, as these spaces are not used around the clock every day. So when there are no events happening, the access points in the ballrooms and function rooms can be put in deep sleep mode, which gives a reduction in power consumption of about 72%. This is a significant savings in power instead of having the access points running at full power around the clock, even when there are no users. Another way we are helping our hotel customers save costs is helping them design secure converged networks. Today, hotels build multiple networks for different services, which are operated in silos. There is the guest Wi-Fi network, which the hotels will lay cables for by network switches and access points to provide guest internet service. Now, if the engineering team decided that they would like to implement online door locks, they will go ask for another set of cables to be laid if they have not already been laid, buy another switch, and buy Zigbee gateways to connect the door locks. Most hotels will also have a separate network for guest room management system, again requiring a different set of cables to be laid and network switches to be installed. And I could go on with more: building management system, background music system, digital signage system, and so on. They actually can reduce costs by leveraging the Aruba access points as IoT gateway and eliminating the need for the extra cables, switches, and Zigbee gateways. Now, door locks can communicate via the Aruba access points to the lock server without the Zigbee gateways. Interestingly, this lays the foundation for additional innovations in guest services, such as asset tracking, inventory tracking, and staff safety. We have solutions that allow hotels to track where extra beds, baby cots, and trolleys are left after guests who requested them have checked out. This improves productivity of housekeeping staff and in turn improves guest experience because the turnaround time to retrieve and prepare the extra beds for the next guest who requested it will be a lot faster. We also work with staff safety panic buttons that can be worn by housekeeping staff when they get assaulted during their duties. So pressing the panic button relays signal to the Aruba access points to send to security with the location of the staff. This allows security to render assistance in a timely manner. Here is an example of asset tracking in action. By using this battery-powered Bluetooth tags, we are able to track the room service trolley in real time. It is currently on level 4, room 416. When the trolley is moved to another room or corridor, the dashboard updates in real time. In this case, it was moved to room 410. These tags can be used to track luggages as well. Some models have a beeper or LED light that can beep or blink, so they are easily searchable in a large luggage hold room. Here are some screenshots of the app the hotel is using to track these assets. We have also integrations done with an ocean. An ocean is one of our many ecosystem partners, and they produce kinetic switches and self-powered sensors, which require no power and batteries to operate. Their switches use energy generated by the push action itself to power the circuitry, enough to send signals to Aruba access points. We relay these signals to control lights and other electrical loads. Their multi-sensor uses ambient indoor light to power itself, and they provide temperature, humidity, acceleration, and magnetic contact to detect open and close. So using a converged network strategy can bring about multiple benefits to hotels, increasing the ability to innovate without additional costs to build siloed networks, duplicating cabling and network devices and increasing your carbon footprint. We also offer a consumption model using GreenLake for Aruba. This is a network as a service offering that includes sustainable life cycle management of IT hardware. Among the available options are asset trade-in. We offer residual value to offset purchase, recycling parts and components for remanufacturing and repackaging, proper disposal of e-waste to protect the environment. Coming back to this, the important for us is to think about how we can thread this fine line. I would like to challenge all of you to think about what your technology strategy should be to align with your own sustainability goals. We don't need to be perfect. We just need to make a conscious effort to do every little bit we can for the sake of our future generation, with your children, my children, and their children. We want them to be able to enjoy this beautiful earth the way we know it. I'm PC from HPE Aruba. Thank you very much for your attention. I would also like to introduce my teammates here as well, so you can get in touch with any one of us if you have any inquiries. Mr. Kwan, the gentleman over there, from Aruba Sea Hospitality, covering Southeast Asia, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. And Ms. Christine Ray, Territory Manager for Hospitality and Government Sector in the Philippines. You have all been an amazing audience. Thank you, and I wish you a great day ahead. Bye. Yes.